In this video, I'll walk you through how to get started with August on your computer. We'll cover the basic steps, including adding a property, setting up a tenancy, tracking rent payments, and managing compliance. To get started using August on your computer, click the web login button on the website. First, enter your number and click the sign in button. You'll receive an SMS code to verify your number. Once that's done, click the Create a Landlord account button. Next, enter your name, although you can use a company if you prefer, and then your email, and sign up is complete. In case you're wondering, this information can all be changed later. After signing up, you'll land on the home screen. You'll see an option to create a sample property. Click yes, and then go to the property section to see August in action. The sample property is a great way to understand how August works before adding your own property. Here you can see everything related to that property in one place, including tenancy details, compliance and maintenance, reminders, property data, and more. Click on the active demo tenancy. Here you can see a full setup tenancy with all key details already added, including tenants, rent amount, tenancy dates, and payment schedule. You can also go to payments to see a list of example rent payment periods. This helps you show how August tracks rent across each period, including examples of rent being paid on time, early, late, or still outstanding. Click into any payment period to see the key details, including due date, payment status, tenancy and property information, and any match transaction. This gives you a feeling for how rent tracking works inside August. Now it's time to add your own property. You can do this manually or save time by uploading a tenancy contract and letting August set it up for you. To add manually, search by postcode and select the right address, then choose a setup that fits your property. Configure for residential or commercial properties and type, including HMO or single let, and ownership types. The faster way to get set up is to upload a contract. Go to Documents and upload your tenancy agreement, and August will scan it for the key details. You'll see it has automatically recognised the document as a contract and pulled out the relevant information. Because this is a new property, the contract hasn't been auto-tagged, so I'm going to configure the setup from here. As you can see, August suggests creating the property and the tenancy from the contract. Click that and you'll see the property and tenancy details have been added automatically. August also creates reminders automatically from key dates in the contract. You can review and edit these if needed. For example, you can set early reminders before an important date and choose how you want to be notified, including SMS, email, and push notification. Now the document has been uploaded, go to the property section. You'll see that August has added the property and set up the tenancy for you. Next, click Property Tracking and August will automatically find key property information. Then click into the tenancy. Here you can review and change any details if needed, including tenant information, tenancy details, and rent schedule. You can also add payment references. This is useful for when your tenants use specific references when they pay rent, and it will help August match transactions more accurately. Once you've reviewed the tenancy details, you can view the rent payment periods August has created. Because this tenancy started last month, August has automatically added the previous rent period, this month's rent period, and the deposit. At the moment, these are marked as unpaid because there aren't any bank transactions linked to them. By clicking into an individual rent payment period, you can see key details such as when rent is due and whether it's been paid. Shown here, rent is unpaid and 3 days overdue. When your bank account is connected, August will automatically match rent payments, letting you know when you're paid. Currently, there is no bank account linked, so there aren't any transactions showing when I click Reconcile. You can only see the example transactions from the sample property, but nothing is linked to this tenancy yet. To help August track rent automatically, you'll need to link the bank account where your rent is paid into. You can do this from the home screen or by going to Bank Connections and Settings and clicking Connect Bank Account. Remember, you can do this in the app, which can be easier if you use mobile banking. Simply choose your bank from the list or search for it first. Once you select your bank, you'll be taken to the bank to approve the connection. And once that's done, you'll come straight back to August. And that's it, the bank account is now linked. Now the bank account is linked, I can go back to the first rent payment period. I'll click into it, then go to Reconcile to find the matching transaction. For privacy, the bank data is hidden, but on the left you'll see suggested matches, and on the right you'll see all transactions to choose from. Normally, August will automatically match rent payments using things like name, amount, date, and payment reference. In this example, the payer name is different, so August hasn't automatically matched it. Instead, it suggested a transaction with medium confidence. I know this is the correct payment, so I'm going to manually assign it. By assigning, this tells August that this transaction belongs to this rent period. and it helps match future rent payments for this tenancy more accurately. Once I click Assign Transaction, the rent period is marked as paid. Zooming out, you can see that the last 2 rent payment periods and the deposit. August has automatically matched both rent payments and the deposit has been flagged for review before assigning. Most of the time, if the name, amount and date all reference are clear, August will match these payments automatically. However, if something looks slightly different, like the payer name, amount or reference, August may suggest a match for you to review instead. Now you've seen how rent tracking works, let's go back to the property profile. This is where you can view and edit anything related to the property. Because this property was created automatically from the contract, there are a few extra details I want to check and reconfigure. It's important to set up the property correctly because this affects things like compliance guidance. For example, a HMO has different requirements to a single let property, so August needs to know what type of rental it is. I'm also going to add a nickname, in this case Hackney Property, so it's easier for me to recognise. Click Save and that's done. Now let's take a look at compliance. August makes staying compliant simple by breaking everything down into clear steps. Compliance is organised around you as a landlord, the individual property, and the tenancy. It also adapts based on your setup. Here you can see what I need to do for my Hackney property and the tenancy. August breaks this down into mandatory and recommended steps, so it's clear what needs attention. Clicking into a step gives you a simple guide explaining what you need to do, what you need to keep in mind, and any useful tips. For example, here's the PAT test step. I can read what's required, attach any relevant documents, and mark this step as complete once it's done. When I click Done, August records the completion date, which I can edit if I needed. I can also add extra details such as expiry date or renewal date. That means that August can remind me when something needs doing again in the future. Once saved, the step is marked as complete, and I can clearly see the expiry date front and center. As you complete each step, your compliance progress will increase. You can also disable steps that aren't relevant to your property. Here you can see some disabled tasks. These are disabled because based on the property's current setup, August does not think they're required. That's why it's important to configure your property correctly. To update this, go to Property Features. This lets you tell August more about your property, such as whether it has a fireplace, gas appliance, shared areas, or other features that may affect compliance. This shows how it works. To show you how it works, I'm going to mark these as yes and save the changes. Now, when I go back to compliance, the checklist has updated with new steps that have been added. Some steps may still stay disabled because they depend on the age of the property. For example, a lead paint risk assessment can only apply to properties older than 1992. So the key thing is, set up your property correctly, and August will give you a clearer checklist of what needs doing. Another useful feature is the compliance matrix. Once you start adding more properties, keeping track of compliance can quickly get difficult. This gives you a clear view of compliance across all your properties and tenancies. You can quickly see what's been completed, what needs attention, and what's overdue or expiring soon. You can also filter by property or tenancy, which is really useful once you have multiple rentals set up. It may look simple here because we only have one property added, but for landlords with several properties, this makes it much easier to stay on top of everything. August can also help you complete compliance steps faster by scanning your documents and filling in the key details for you. So now I'm going to upload an EPC certificate for this property. I'm also going to tag it to the tenancy because it's something that I need to share with the tenant. Then I'll mark it as requiring acknowledgement. This means that when I share it, the tenant has to confirm they've received it, giving me a clear audit trail. Next, August suggests assigning the document to the EPC compliance step. It has already added the completion date and valid until date, so I don't need to enter any of those manually. On the next screen, August suggests an expiry reminder. I'm going to customize this so I get a text reminder before it expires. Then I click Approve and Save. Now, the EPC document is stored, the compliance step is complete, and the reminder is set. As you can see, the certificate is now being emailed to the tenant automatically. In the activity section, you can also see that the document has been shared, giving you a clear record of what's happened. The tenant will receive it by email and be asked to acknowledge that they've received it. And if you invite them to August, they'll also be able to view the document in the app. Now, let's quickly jump back to the compliance checklist and see what's changed. You can see that the EPC step has now been completed automatically for this property. The expiry date is set, the certificate is attached, and the reminder is ready. So everything is stored, tracked, and organized in one place without you having to update any of it. Finally, let's quickly look at a few other key features, starting with maintenance. You can log maintenance issues easily, and August will guide you through with simple questions to capture the right details. You can also invite tenants to August, which is optional, so they can report issues directly through the tenant app. Once an issue is created, everything is tracked in one place, including details, status, update, and history. You can also message tenants directly from August. This includes direct message, group message, or broadcast message to all your tenants. Messages are sent via email and through the tenant app, so you can still use this whether or not your tenants have joined August. Next, let's look at reports. You can create reports directly from August, including things like income and expense statements. You can filter these by property and date range, making it easy to export the information you need. Now you've got a good idea of how August works and the key things you need to get set up, it's time to start your free trial. Go to Settings, then open the Subscriptions page. Here, you'll see all the available plans. August is priced based on the number of active tenancies you manage, so choose the plan that best matches your portfolio. You could pay monthly or save by choosing an annual plan. All plans include a 30-day free trial. Once you've selected your plan, you'll be taken to checkout. If you have a promo or a referral code, you can enter it here. Make sure to use the same email and phone number you've used to create an August account so everything matches automatically. If you haven't registered yet, use the email and number you plan to register with. Then, add your card details or use things like Apple Pay if available and start your subscription. Once that's done, you'll be taken back to August where you can log in and continue setting up your account. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you've got a good feel for how to get started using August. At the end of the video, you'll see links to a few more explainer videos so you can explore the other features and get comfortable using August.